What's up, everybody? It's your boy Showtimedr. I'm back. So, on one of my last videos, one of you guys commented, "Oh my god, the free draw! You gotta do the free draw. It's giving me anxiety," because I did a whole video without doing the free draw. So here's my amazing free draw, which actually, someone was telling me that this guy's actually very underrated. Yeah, I guess I'll look at it some other time, but... Anywho, I could go on a big thing rant right now, but one thing I'll say real quick, yes, the videos are going to slow down for a bit because I'm in the process of moving cross-country, guys, so getting everything set up, I'm doing some extra work, trying to get a little bit of extra money, and, you know, just setting everything up. It's a pain, I get home, I'm tired, etc., so... But anyways, let's get into the topic of this video. So the topic of this video is Knight's Chronicle. Is it free-to-play friendly? What does free-to-play friendly mean? It means, yes, this game, like most gacha games, has a pay option. You know, you could buy the premium currency, you could buy packs, you could buy etc, etc. And in this game's case, you can also buy some premium costumes. But as a free-to-play player, can you play the game and, if you're diligent enough, achieve, you know, pretty good success? Feel like what you've been working on is worth the effort. So number one, this game is actually fairly generous to you early game, because not only, and it's actually better than when I started playing, because I started playing within the first week. I went through the reroll process, and that actually took me 2 days, which I found out later I was doing it wrong, but that's just how it goes. But then nowadays, when you start a new game in this, you get a bunch of SSR random tickets. Now, random tickets, they're random, but still, they're giving you the top tier characters pretty free, and then you also get Rebecca, who, you know, whatever, she could be. If she gets worked up, she's actually decent, but they've put in so many amazing holy characters since that... Well, anyways, I'm getting off topic, so... let's go ahead, we'll look at the shop here real quick and show you what's actually in the shop before we get into what you can achieve at free-to-play status. So, one of the major strikes against this game that the game currently has, you see these hot all-girl costumes here. Well, anyways, don't worry, when the guys get costumes, they turn to girls too. Example. Yeah. So these hot costumes, $20. You cannot get... God, Morgan, shoot. You cannot get these with even the premium currency, which is crystals in this game. Oh, I'm in the way, my bad. So... And there are 5 of them right now. They're only going to keep growing. I don't even have the screen up anymore, my god. Maybe I'll turn desktop down. Give me a second. Well, anyways, so there is that in the game right now, and it is a topic of controversy for sure. I'm not happy with it. Most people aren't happy with it. Some people are happy with it. Yes, there should be a pay option, you know, if you want the costumes. In my opinion, there should also be a farm option, but Netmarble disagrees, so that's that. Now, there are all these other costumes over here. They used to be 500 crystals. They're now 200 crystals. 200 crystals, you can farm that up easily and within a week's time. So, it's not that big a deal. Now, what the costumes actually do, the passive costumes, they give you these slots that are, you can put in, well, one thing they also give you is 7% bonus effect to attack, defense, and HP. But then they also give you these little rune things, and you can go in this one dungeon and farm them. And it's not super reliable, like your odds of getting a 6-star rune are pretty damn low. I think I've gotten 2 in about 2 months worth of farming. I don't farm it every day anymore, because it's you know, you only really farm it if, well, I guess let's just say, I myself have labeled it not worth the effort, but, you know, you can still go do it and it's fine. So, and they also have crystal packs, growth support packs that gives you stamina pots and the currency to reset certain dungeons so you can get more farm out of them. Normally, that would cost you, if you come over here, you know, 10 crystals for 1, 90 crystals for 10, etc. So you are actually spending a lot of crystals on not only these necessarily stamina potions and dungeon tickets, but you will also be spending them to upgrade your inventory. There are 3 different inventories in this game, which I will show you right now. Oh, guild battle. So there's your hero box, which is right here. When you start out, I believe it's at it might be 200, but I think it was 100. Well, whatever it was, you can get it up to 1,000 if you want. And then also there's a rune box. I actually maxed this to 500. And now they have added badges within the last month. There's now a badge box. So if you feel so inclined and you're getting lots of uniforms, hey, you know, go do badge box. Or go expand your badge box so you can farm more on the double badge days or whatever you want to do. This other tab is just your general, you know, all the stuff that you have. Don't have to worry about expanding it or anything. But, so at early game, you're going to be probably pulling a fair amount because all these banners, and they have a little bit of, you know, non-good roll protection. But essentially, it's 200 crystals per 11 pull. Your rates, you know, 4.8 for an SSR. I believe every once in a while they run a, like a massive SSR boost. The massive boost is 1.4%, so it gets to 6.2. It's not this crazy amazing thing. So, and that's pretty much most of what you're going to be spending the currency on. Now, ways to get currency. When you first, excuse me, when you first start the game, there's going to be these missions. Some of the rewards are going to be currency, usually at the end of the pages. I can't show you because I've already done them, but most of the missions are like, you know, do 5 bounty hunts, win in PvP 5 times, upgrade a hero with 10 different characters, etc., stuff like that. So you can get some from there. Also, there are these quests. There's event quests. The event quests are normally tied to whichever heroes are on the banners. And so say you get 2 Amelias, and there's a way you can skill enhance one of their skills if you level up an Amelia. And, you know, you get some crystals out of it here. And then same thing, there's actually some quests. One of them is fighting guild battle. So every time you fight in a guild battle, you get 10 crystals. You can do it 6 times a week. And succeed in a skill enhance 1 time. So you can get 10 crystals from that. And they usually rotate, you know, it'll be run certain dungeon or participate in 3 advent dungeons or do PvP X amount of times, etc. And there's usually at least 20 crystals a day just from the dailies if you feel like putting the effort out for them. Or excuse me, from the event achievements. Now the dailies, you can get, if you do all the dailies, which isn't that hard normally, you know, you get 10 crystals from clearing all the daily missions, so that'll get you up to 30 crystals a day. There's weekly missions. The weekly missions, unfortunately, they do have some good stuff, but as far as crystals go, you're only going to get 10 crystals a week from that. Monthly missions, you know, clear all the monthly missions, you get 50 crystals. Which, if you're doing all the daily mission stuff, then you're going to get this quite easily. As you can see, I'm not even doing arena that much right now. And then there's challenges, you know. It'll come kind of slowly, like win arena 500 times. You'll get some crystals. Purchase a costume 5 times. That's funny, I didn't even realize they had the costume one. The only costume I've bought is Cynthia's costume. I also got that costume that was free, which apparently didn't count towards this. That's weird. Or not free, but it was 7 million gold versus 200 crystals or 500 crystals at a time. Purchase a costume 20 times. There's not even 20 costumes in right now. That's funny. Well, I guess they're looking towards the future, huh? And then also another way you can get crystals, especially early game. Whenever you get a new hero, you can level them up to max. You see this badge, not the lock, but the badge that's in the top right corner. That basically means that you've max leveled the character for that star level. There's also going to be these little monster guys they throw in your inventory. You can also max level them at the various star levels. So I believe how it works is Actually, I don't even think there is a 1-star. 2-star gets you 2 crystals. 3-star gets you 3 crystals. 4-star gets you, I want to say it's 5 crystals. It might be 6 crystals. It's been so long. And then 5-star gets you 8 crystals, and 6-star gets you 10 crystals. So maxing all these characters out as you get them, you can actually end up getting yourself a fair amount of crystals just going through all this. So, and eventually when you farm up some of the dungeon heroes that drop, etc. As you can see, I've pretty much maxed out most of mine. And I'm sure there's probably 1 or 2 I missed. These are the dumb monsters they give you. So that's a way you can get some crystals. Also, as you are doing world map, which I will come show you right now. In fact, you know what? I'll give you a demonstration because I haven't cleared. We'll go to easy. I haven't even bothered with easy yet. Oh wait, there's gonna be storyline. Well, anyways, I could just show you from here. So you see, as you clear the different stages to all the worlds, you know, you get 3 crystals, 4 crystals, etc. Farther you keep going, and that holds true for the entire map. So right now there are 12 worlds, easy, normal, and hard. As you clear them out, you know, you're getting crystals for every clear. So that's a fair amount of crystals when you consider. First world, I believe it gave you about 3 crystals per. So let's just say on average, even though it's probably a little more, 3 crystals times 30, not 30, times 10. So 30 crystals a world, 12 worlds, 360 crystals times 3 because of hard mode. That's going to get you a fair amount of crystals, guys. That's 1,080 crystals, and probably, like I said, it's actually a little bit more than that. So. And then, I guess there's none here. Now, there are also weekly rewards. Weekly rewards are for PvP, your rank in PvP, so we'll go over that real quick. Also, your rank in guild PvP, which isn't always in your control, unfortunately. But the rewards, so here you go. So, rank 1, yeah, right. Don't even worry about that, partner. You might, if you spend, like, let's say, $20 to $40 a week, you might be able to get in the top 100 if you play a lot. But otherwise, there's tier rewards. Every time you achieve a new tier, you get whatever it says here for the bonus. I've achieved every tier except for the top tier. I should have done it that one week that Esna was banned and Morgan was new because I had a Morgan. And there was no Tayo. There weren't too many water counters at the time, and I just didn't farm it enough. So that's the only tier achievement I haven't gotten. But if you manage to get the top tier achievement, they give you these rewards as well. And at the end of the week, whatever your reward is what you get. So the higher you get. When I cared, I used to get 220 every week because that was about as much effort as I felt like putting in. Now, I don't care as much, so I'm somewhere down here. I think I get something like 60 crystals a week or whatever. Or what am I right now? 5,200. So I'm going to get 95 crystals if I don't do much about it because I've done my prerequisite 1 win. Because it's just, right now for me, the game's just not there. So, but, and then if you happen to get in these high ranks, you're going to get these rewards. Now, there is also a component the same on Guild Battle PvP, which is right over here. Guild Battle, it's this, quite honestly, dumb system, but it is what it is. So, ranking, I don't know if they actually list the rewards here or not. I guess they really don't. Oh, here we go. I know they don't give you crystals here. Well, that's funny. They should. Considering all the hell they put you through. Well, okay, forget I said anything. I could have swore they give you some crystals. And then, the last thing I can think of, and there might be some other things I'm forgetting, but the last thing I can think of is the boss dungeon. Now, the boss dungeon, it's a rotating daily boss that has different abilities, depending on what you fight, and then your ranking, it's based on your weekly ranking, so you're never going to get rank 1 unless you spend a lot of money. And even if you do, there's cheaters out there that Netmarble's really slow to ban. So probably what you can actually aim for if you want to be really good, you know, get in the top 5%. Maybe right around here. And then if you manage to get in the top 100, you know, you get X amount of crystals per week, depending on what you're doing. So, but the reason I say that, like, let's see if we can find any example of some cheaters here. Actually, that might not be a cheater. Yeah, that might not be a cheater. May not, but there was funny. There was this one guy up here, it was like ban win. And there would be like, say this person had 29 million, he would have like 80 million. Like no one else could achieve that rank. So there's cheating that goes on in this, so it's pretty impossible to get super high rankings for the most part. And let me go ahead and move myself. So, as you are playing this game, and there's some achievements, let me go back to them, that I've already done that you're not going to see. Oh wait, challenges rather. So let's see if there was a fair amount of crystals in here. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, there's a couple, you know, summon heroes, win arena. Yeah, so they give you a fair amount of currency early game, and even into middle game, they're actually pretty generous with the currency. And then there's a lot of daily bonuses. Sometimes they'll give you crystals. Sometimes, as you can see, there's a lot of crystals for clearing certain modes on the world there. And, you know, just all types of stuff. Spin the roulette. Or roulette, rather. I was get that confused with fish roulette. Roulette. Anyway, so then, trying to think if there's any other way I'm not covering that you can get crystals. Yeah, I can't really see it, but there's daily bonuses where maybe at the end of the week they'll give you crystals, or at the end of a 7-day, well, I guess that's basically the same thing. But, they have these special sign-ins sometimes, like for their 100th. And probably when you're first starting, they have some of the sign-ins. They're like, oh my god, you can get this, and you can get that, and you can do the other thing. And so it gets to be pretty decent. But there's no... Yes, you can farm up crystals, but eventually as you get into endgame, it gets harder and harder. So it's actually fairly... you know, free-to-play friendly overall. The issues you're going to run into, the main one is if you are free-to-play in your late-game career, you can still farm up crystals. You know, you can still, like, you could say come over here and get the daily package if you feel like it, and that gives you a decent amount of crystals, you know, per daily login. You just go in and it's $4.99, so that's probably the best deal if you are looking to spend money on this game. And obviously there's going to be bulk, there's going to be specials, there's going to be, you know, you can buy X amount of pots or X amount of whatever. Now, energy in this game, they actually handle fairly efficiently. There's this thing called friendship points. You can send it to your teammates. You can also get it by using their characters, and then as people use your characters, it's going to pop up in your inventory over here. So you can actually end up buying 600 stamina, and then even if you're low then, you can go over to PvP, and for every PvP win, you get 20 stamina. Now, the issues you're going to have with pay currency in this game is going to come from over here. Now, on the summoning tickets, or the summoning banners, they always have a special that's going to be basically... if you summon X amount of times, after 7 times, you get a SSR ticket. It's random. Could be great, could be horrible. And then they're going to have whoever the banner unit is after you summon 10 times. Now, summoning 10 times, that's 2,000 crystals, guys. Summoning 7 times is 1,400 crystals. So if you really want a character, at least that's there so that you can get the character. But the problem is... oh, my bad. This is a rate-up selector ticket. So you can select anyone on the banner that is not Junia. So in this case, it's going to be Cynthia, Nyx, and Demos. But keep in mind, if you just have to have the new character, or you really feel like you have the character, in Netmarble, they actually make it so that a lot of their dungeons, you basically do need their banner units. So that in this case, when they have double banner unit, they kind of screwed us this last week to where you kind of need both. Now, you can always borrow a friend's unit, but And this week it's actually fairly hard. You can still do it. There's people that, you know, oh, well, so-and-so did it, here's his video. Well, yeah, but that's not guaranteed. Like, it's always RNG no matter what you do. So, this hero, she basically increases damage by 200% for the party in the current latest greatest dungeon. And this hero basically nerfs the boss because the edge that she summons is not nearly as dangerous. So, now, if that keeps up, then you're going to have to pick one or the other hero, and hopefully whoever you have as a friend unit is going to be able to cover whichever one you're going to do. But keep in mind, that's going to be 2,000 crystals per advent dungeon, which right now they're coming out with advent dungeons about sometimes twice a month, sometimes once a month. So it's not super crazy big deal. It's not like it's every week, but you know, they're trying. So, and then the main issue you're going to have in this game with your crystal farming as well is PvP. If you're not buying, and you can still do well in PvP even if you're not buying the costumes. There's plenty of teams out there, but there are people out there that are buying the costumes, and that's going to make it that much harder because, as you can see, PvP is basically a standard rotation of heroes that Netmarble usually doesn't ban. You're going to see lots of Morgans. Whenever Taio's not banned, this guy put Esna this week, but you're going to see Taio here. You're going to see either Ramu or Rue or Sid or one of the other supports. You're pretty much always going to see Eamon in PvP. And you're pretty much always going to see Verdandi in PvP because they never ban Morgan. Morgan's like the golden child in this company. They never ban her. I think Eamon's been banned once, I believe. Maybe not. And then Verdandi's been there. She's pretty much always there right now. So it's sad, but it's true. So climbing ranks as you get higher and higher in PvP is going to be pretty difficult if you're not constantly in the currency to be able to get the latest greatest hero and then possibly get costumes as they get released. And then also it's going to hurt you a little bit on World Boss because if you notice, I'll show you here real quick. You know, you got your daily rank. Well, that's a premium. No, actually that's not a premium costume. That's a premium costume. Who is this? That's not a premium costume. But, you know, they're paying for costumes. And then... Oh, wait, hold on. Who was that? Oh, they brought Vincent. That's funny. They've leveled Vincent up pretty big, too. Interesting. Well, anyway, so that's a costume. That's another premium costume. That's a regular costume. But keep in mind, depending on what day it is, especially on the all days, you know, you're going to have... the all-element days is what I mean. You're going to have costumed Eamon, costumed Morgan, probably costumed Ramu, etc., etc. So, but today's a fire day, so that's why you only see the fire heroes. But keep in mind, those costumes are going to translate into more damage done, which will translate into higher ranks, which will translate into the rest of us getting pushed down because we don't have those costumes, and it's just a fact of life, unfortunately, in this game. Now, there is another mitigating factor in this game that's coming soon, which I can't show you, but I will explain to you right now. They are merging the basically the Japanese server is stopping, and they are merging all the players to our server, the global server. Well, they have had different farming rates and different things available to them. It would take too long to explain, but as an example, your rune upgrades. Runes are one of the most powerful things you can do to upgrade your characters in this game. Whereas for us to get to plus 15 upgrades, which is the maximum amount of upgrades you can get, when you get to the last rank, it is 5%, I believe, and 2 ranks before that, if you're at rank 12, it's 15%. And this is success, chances for success. In Japan, it was 50%. So they're going to come in with a lot higher PvP runes and PvE runes. So they're going to be doing more damage to World Boss. They're going to be doing more damage in PvP. And in general, as more content comes out, they're going to be able to stomp it faster than we are. So they also have different heroes available to them, which apparently a lot of them are better than our heroes. And they've also had access to a thing called Luna, which is like a skill up that we don't have. In order for us to skill a character up, we need a copy of that character, and we need to upgrade them. So, and just little things like that. So, I'm just being frank with you guys and upfront with you. As your career in this game goes on, the longer you play it, it won't quite be so generous to you. It'll still be generous, but the problem will just be that there's just nothing to do as far as content-wise goes for you to get those, you know, achievement to give you the extra crystals. And you can still do the daily farm every day. That's been there pretty faithfully ever since I've played. You can still do the weekly PvP. You can still do the weekly bosses. But I'm just telling you, it slows down a little bit. So there's that urge of, okay, I got to buy the daily package. Daily package isn't enough. I need to buy this. I need to buy that. And, you know, that's always going to be there. And the power creep's pretty real in this game. So there's always a new latest, greatest. And even heroes that don't catch on, it seems like they're going to catch on. Then they just don't for whatever reason. They're just not a meta hero. So I just want you guys to know. Overall, though, I got to say this game actually is fairly free-to-play friendly, but it used to be a lot more free-to-play friendly. It's tilted. Like, it was right around, like, say, if 10 is your highest ranking, it was seriously probably for a long time at, like, 9, you know? And then right about when Amon came out, and you started to see the shift in PvP, and then eventually when they announced premium costumes, that was the turning point to where all of a sudden, which I'll show you here, Netmarble and Mobirum, they're pushing these packages that are geared towards, like right here, Skill Enhanced Ramuh. Well, Ramuh just had a premium costume came out that basically made her a new character. Not quite, she still has the same skills, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just amazing. Like, one of the things that they did in this game that I don't agree with is they locked skill. How do I say this? Rebecca, a character that we all get, they pretty much locked her skill fixes behind a paywall, which is this $20. Like, look at how much more shit she gets on her too. Look at that. Like, look at all that. Like, why can't you at least put some of this over here for the base? Because this is what the base skill is. And this is all the extra stuff, which basically it applies an extra debuff. It's just like, and then look at, you know, her 1 didn't change that much, but look at her 3. 100% chance for caster to absorb damage for a turn. And then she also got a massive passive upgrade. Remove enemies' Veil of Phantasm at start of turn. So she's actually pretty good against the Curse meta teams, because Curse meta teams use Veil a lot. Or Claude teams, etc. And then look at this. Look at how little there is over here versus what's over here. Decrease cooldown when an enemy of Judgment of Light is attacked. Judgment of Light was on her too. And even her leadership got upgraded. It's just... it's just like... that should not happen, and that's screwed up, and I don't like that at all. And a lot of people, we were complaining about the costumes for a while, and then they were just like, oh, we're going to fix the costumes, and here's 100 crystals for every premium costume you buy. There's no way to farm it up, unfortunately, and it doesn't look like there's going to be a way, so. And so they started offering these packs that were like, hey, you can upgrade this hero that has a costume, and after you pay for the costume, and, you know, if you're into that, that's great, go for it, but... you know, they're just trying to make more money, and yeah, they should be able to make money, but it just sucks because the timing on how they did everything basically screwed up a lot of the game's infrastructure as far as, you know, another game got announced, so a lot of people went to go play that now, and some people aren't coming back to this game, so. Anywho, guys, I guess that's enough of me ranting, so. Hopefully this video was a help if you've been seeing this game. Like I said, probably if you're a new player, for 2 months this game's going to be a blast. You know, there's going to always be stuff to do. And, you know, there's plenty of premium currency for you to get to spread out as you please. And hopefully the RNG will treat you treat you kindly, and well, there you go. So, all right, guys. So, hope this video was of help to you. Yo, I'm Showtime Doctor, Showtimedr. You can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/ShowtimeDR. Actually been streaming some Persona 4 lately, so having some fun with that game. Nice to sit down and play a normal game. Get away from the gachas for a little bit, but you found me here. Hit like if you enjoyed the content of the video. If you go in the title notes, you can also come in our Discord. We got communities for this game, Dragalia Lost, Epic 7 when it's coming on global later. A lot of people playing on the Korean server. Actually, my most active tab normally most days. Tales of Aaron. You know, we got some other games over there for you. So you feel like coming in, chatting, sharing your experiences, answering questions, come on in. The water's fine. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.